And we're live. What's going on, D-Bags? Hope you guys are doing well. We're back here again with another episode of the dtalks podcast. I'm your host, Darren, Rita. Feel free to connect with me at any of the links down below. And if you're new here and you enjoy music, podcasts, comedy, or hooping videos, do consider subscribing because we've got a whole lot of that going on around here. Now, before I can get into the episode today, I got to talk to you guys a little bit about car insurance. These days, seems as if we're able to do more and more from home. So while you're at home, why aren't you saving money on your car insurance? Your hometown agency, Kenosha Auto Insurance, specialized for years, literal years, in simple, hassle-free car insurance using the latest and touch-free technology to help you and your family get the best rates. So what are you waiting for? Give them a call today, 262-448-4141. That's 262-448-4141. The website's kenoshains.com. It's linked down below. It's on the screen right there. One last time, that's 262-448-4141. Give them a call. Tell them Rita dtalks sent you. The worst that could happen is you will get the best rates. Now, with all that good stuff out of the way, I am joined here today by an ex-college basketball player, host of his own podcast, recording artist with his very own new project coming out next month. It's me, myself, and I. No one else. No one's here. Did you show? Yeah. There's no one there. Yeah, there's nobody, okay? Had a guest lined up. Business owner. Was excited to have them shed some light on their business restaurant. I won't say the restaurant. Canceled on me a few times now, day of or day before. So that's done. Let's just say the least. That one is done. But I got some stuff. We're gonna have some fun anyways today. I appreciate everybody who is gonna jump in today. And before I get into some of the stuff we are gonna be talking about today, I guess this could just be the first thing we talk about. I am dropping a new project, new music. I've been saying it for a while on the podcast that I was working on something. And I was, and I did. It is coming out June 24th, Blue Hour. You can pre-save it, actually, if you guys want to be like a super big homie and help me out. I would love if you went down in the description below. You can do it now or after we're done here today or whenever you're listening to this. It's right at the top. You can pre-save Blue Hour. Helps me out a ton, trying to, knock that Spotify algorithm out of the park here with this one. But I'm really excited, dude. I worked really hard on this project. I did some stuff that I haven't done before. I did a lot of the production here with me and my brother. Did a lot of it ourselves. Obviously, I've always like mixed and mastered as well as like written and performed everything. But like, it was crazy to have like that level of a hand in the production, I should say. It was really fun and really hard and scary. And up until I finally submitted it to stores, was like tweaking little things by like 0.5 dBs every day. So it was really stressful. But it is what it is, and that's what happens when you're making music, when you're doing that type of thing. What are you guys doing for Memorial Day today? I want to say shout out to the vets before we continue going here today. I almost forgot, but I would never. Hopefully people are out enjoying themselves. It is freezing cold in the studio where I'm recording. It's beautiful outside, but I have goosebumps because it is freezing cold down here. But like I said, I announced the new project, Blue Hour. Actually, if you have me on Patreon or if you follow the Patreon, which is also linked down below, you would have known about it, I think, about a week or 2 weeks ahead of time, because I had announced it there first. Now, that all being said, I announced the stuff, so I'm posting on social media. I'm trying to I've been pretty consistent over on TikTok and YouTube, like across the board. But I don't really enjoy posting on everything else quite as much until it's like time to promote something, which isn't good. And artists that do that, including myself, it's not the best way to go about keeping engagement. But so I post on my stories, on my feeds of things. And one of my biggest pet peeves happened when I do that. And it's a beautiful thing, and you guys can tell me, or anyone listening can get a hold of me and tell me if you've ever felt this way too. I love when people swipe up on my story, regardless of the platform, to then ask me for something that has nothing to do, or they do not acknowledge the post itself. They will literally swipe up with and ask me for a favor that has nothing to do with the story at hand. Which, maybe they just had to ask me that and they just like reminded of it, like when they saw the story. But just make the 2-second conscious effort to just like maybe click my name and just start a new chat as opposed to swiping up on the story. Because, as somebody, especially a creative, I'm sensitive. I am in tune with wanting and needing validation from people to tell me that whatever art I'm creating is good, right? Now, when you swipe up on said piece of art or project or anything, and you go, yo, bro, can I get this? Can you do this? Or, can you help me out with this next Saturday? And you don't, like, it's so easy. It's a simple fix. You could not even mean it, and then I would not be able to be upset about it if you were to do that same thing where you swiped up and you hit me with a, yo, bro, nice whatever, nice app, or the podcast was dope. Yo, do you think you could help me with this week? Same message. Could be a run-on sentence. I don't give a fuck. I'm not judging your punctuation, right? It's just it's like so fucking annoying every time when someone is like, pretends like you do not exist for weeks and weeks and weeks, and then you make a post saying or about something that you're really passionate about or you're really working on, or like something, it could be anything, but it's your art or anything that it doesn't even have to be fucking art. It could be you with your I don't know, with your fucking niece or nephew, spending time with them, and you're just excited about that, and someone's like, yo, bro, could you like help me out next week? I need you to help my brother move across whatever get the fuck out of here. Say night. Oh man, your niece looks cool. And can you help me? Just add the one thing. Have some courtesy. It's a little thing, and I don't know why it upsets me so much. Maybe because it's more of it's usually art related when it's happening to me, but it is annoying. Kayla McCracken says, I forgot it was Monday. Close call. Well, I'm glad you did not forget, and I'm glad that you're here with us. We are kicking it. I'm ranting. I am just going off the cuff here. Not completely off the cuff. We've got some stuff I want to get into. One of these, speaking of, is, I know I mentioned it a while back, a month ago, or about a month and a half, maybe 2 months ago. Nerds are really eating out here, bro. Myself being a nerd, we are really eating the past few months and going to continue to eat the rest of indefinitely, it looks like. If you don't know, McKenna and I, we went and saw Doctor Strange, the new one, Multiverse of Madness, back opening night. What was that, like a month ago or so? A couple weeks ago, I don't even remember at this point. On top of that, right before that, we had Moon Knight, another Marvel series for those that don't know, don't follow. Now we've got Obi-Wan Kenobi series out on Disney Plus. I'm really excited. The first 2 episodes are out. Really cool. Really excited for where that's going to go. Miss Marvel coming out next week. Marvel TV show. Thor 4, Love and Thunder, coming out in, a month? And then The Boys, if you guys don't watch The Boys on Amazon Prime, I think I've talked about it a bunch of times. It's about like anti-superhero shit, but it is so fucking cool. And all this shit is coming out. The Boys comes out this week. All this shit is like right now, and it's just kind of crazy. It's like somebody who's into all that shit to like, I just have shit coming out like the next week after week after week, and it makes it a lot easier to cope with the fact that I don't do anything else. I don't do anything but make music, podcast, watch nerd shows with my girlfriend. That's it. And movies. That's all I do, basically. Which, on a day like today when it's beautiful outside, I would like to maybe have friends, but it is what it is. Hey, someone said, hey, man, nice to, who is this? We got, Pretty Good Eric says, hey, man, nice to finally catch you. Congrats on your new project. Can't wait to hear it. Thank you, dog. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm really excited to share it with everybody. Again, it was something that I was working on for a very long time. And like I said, I got to have a big hand in crafting these songs from the ground up, including the production side, which is something I haven't gotten to do a whole lot in like my career musically. Just last year, I fully produced my first couple of songs, so it's really cool to now have over half this project myself and my brother produced. as well as some other people that I'm going to be making an announcement about later in the next coming weeks. But yeah, it's a crazy time. It's a crazy time. Now, I did mention, I know the title is kind of misleading. Thumbnail, we got the question mark person, that I obviously didn't have a guest today. And I don't want to like shit on, people for canceling that much. I mean, I do. Fuck people for canceling the day of or day before. I think it's shitty. But what I will say is, I'd more so focus it on me. I got to book people that are more reliable, do things to get people that are more secure in the fact when we make an agreement that I know that person is solid. It's tough to know because you have to trust, right? And I'm not good at that. But I will say the worst thing about it, and I don't want to get into it too much because I know it's pretty unrelatable for people that don't host a podcast or have things like that. Well, I guess maybe it is because it's about trust and people blowing you off. The worst part about when people cancel the day before or the day of or don't respond, whatever, just completely ghost the show, it's for a couple reasons. That being one, I usually really wanted to talk to that person, and I thought that there would have been something valuable to be spoken about between the two of us, conversation I was eager to have with them, and eager to have my audience hear, you guys hear. And the other reason being, it makes it, to me at least, and maybe it's me looking into it too deep, it makes me feel like it will be harder. It makes it harder to get more guests because I get down on myself and I'm more hesitant to reach out to people that maybe I wanted to take a chance on or take a chance with, that I don't know so well. And lastly, yeah, it's a lot of it makes me feel like I am or this show is of less value because it's just not important. It's disrespectful is what it comes down to. When you say you're going to do something and you agree with somebody that you're going to do that thing, right? And then that thing comes and you don't do it. Because it tells me, and the thing is, it's a very human thing to overextend ourselves or make plans and not make plans on top of those plans and be like, oh shit, I did this, I was actually supposed to do this thing, or vice versa. I was supposed to do that thing, but this is actually more important. I need to do this, and you let people know. It's not saying that I've never done that. It's not saying that we don't all do that, but when it's hard not to take it personally when you put a lot of effort, you put a lot of time, you put a lot of care into making guests feel comfortable coming on, having a good time while they're here, and then afterwards trying to highlight the things that they spoke on that was important, and when it they make other plans or they just completely forget about it or whatever, it definitely makes you internalize the fact oh, this isn't important. This is not important to this person. Why is it important, to me, type of thing. Obviously it is important to me regardless, but it is just annoying. Curious to know, how is your 10-minute daily workout routine going? Interested in any updates? Good change of pace, by the way, because I was about to go down a bad rabbit hole. I'm not working out for just 10 minutes. I did. That's how I got things off the ground. But I if I have a day where I'm really busy or I can't get to my regular workouts, usually it's on a Saturday or a Sunday, because I have Monday through Friday I have a new program that I'm doing. Then I'll do a 10-minute thing, and so that'll either be an ab thing, maybe a push-up, and ab sort of circuit. But I'm glad you asked, and I'm kind of excited to talk about it. I'm doing the knees over toes program from ATG. I think his name is Ben Patrick, is the guy. He was on JRE a while back. He's been on a bunch of podcasts, I believe, talking about it. But if you haven't heard of knees over toes guy, look it up. Really cool stuff, especially for people that struggle with knee mobility, or you've had knee surgeries, or you just got bad knees. It's really cool. I finished the first program of, I believe there's 4 levels. And I finished the first program last week, and now I just started the second level of it. And it's a lot of different different knee focused exercises where you're working out a lot of the muscles around the knee, behind the knee, things like that to just strengthen everything. And it is crazy, even off the first program, which was called the Zero program. So there was like no weights involved. It was stuff you're able to do from home. And it was after about 3 weeks, I already felt like way better. Like my knees felt way better. Like I go for a run. I enjoy going for runs, and my knees would always fucking kill me. And now I do them, and it's a weird feeling because like my legs will be. I almost feel more pain sometimes in like my my thighs or my calves because I feel like maybe I'm pushing myself harder because I'm able to, and it's actually like I just feel sore and not in pain. And it's a really weird feeling because I'm used to just like if I work out really hard for however many days or however many hours, it's like I just feel my whole body just feels like it's shattering beneath me, mainly because of my knees. So it's been really cool, actually. I'm glad you asked about that. But I'm enjoying that and enjoying now. Today was my first day of the second tier of the program, so adding some light weights and stuff like that, which is interesting, and it seems like it's going to be a good challenge. I might have Ty Mulcahy was on the podcast a while back, I think like episode 37 or something. You guys can refresh my memory. He's a personal trainer, and I don't know what he's doing now currently, if he's still doing personal training or not, but he's in great shape, and he actually has been doing this program for a little bit longer than I have, and so he's a few levels ahead of me, but he loves it as well, and he's actually the guy who finally got me to do it because we'd been following the same guy for years, and then I think he started like a year ago, and I was like, okay, I know somebody who's doing it, I need to just get off my ass and try this because I've been eyeing it up for literally years. But it has really helped a lot. I'll never cancel on you, Darren. Yeah, I'd hope that you wouldn't, Kaylin. We enjoy having you. Speaking of, too, I'll throw this out there as well for those that are tuned in today. Maybe I'll make this a highlight, I don't know. But I am curious. I really want to do something fun for the 3-year anniversary of the show. Now, that being said, we did an awards show on the first year, 1 year of the show, to varying levels of success. It was fun to do. I was happy for everybody that did come, but a lot of people canceled last minute and couldn't make it because of this, that, or the other, and it is what it is. It was fun what we did, but I didn't want to do that the second year, and last year I think we just chilled and kind of celebrated. We had some cake and things like that, but I want to do something fun this year, something different, something exciting. Whiskey Man says let's go. I want to do something fun. I want to do something that you guys want to see, that people want to listen to, whether that's a guest that you guys want to have on, whether it's a bunch of guests you want to have on. I've really wanted to do a roast for a while, but I also don't know that the like audience is there yet where we would have like enough draw to do a roast of that nature. But I would like to do something like that, something exciting. Whatever you guys have, I'll probably be posting about it on Instagram the next couple of days also, but that'll be next month as well, the week after I drop the project. So June 27th will be the 3 years of the show. And I'm really excited. And also I got to say, I'm really thankful that I've been able to, have this show for 3 years and continue to do it. And we haven't missed a week, and that's in no small part because of the people that do tune in every week and the guests that do show up. I really love getting to do it. And sometimes I get kind of panicky right before we go live because certain things won't be working, or someone doesn't show up or anything like that. And once we get going, I'm always reminded, like, okay, I do love hearing myself talk shit. So I'm thankful that you guys are okay with listening to it once a week. So thank you guys. Now, all that shit aside, let's forget about the celebration. Unless you guys have some good ideas, we can get into it right now. But think about it. Just internalize that. I had a friend, someone I can't name who because I'll get in trouble. They told me to keep this anonymous. Had an interesting dating dilemma that they wanted covered on the show a couple weeks ago, and I actually forgot to do it. I said I would, and I've forgotten to do it because I forget who we had on that week. We were just kind of in conversation, didn't have a lot of time. But I'm sure you guys are familiar with like the nice guys finish last trope, and that like there's a lot of these like incel-y men that like live by that they think like they're the only reason they can't get women is because they're a nice guy or they're too good or stuff like that. There's this weird community of men, especially online, that are, it's like red pill shit where like they tried the nice guy shit for a while, it didn't work, so now they're like, I just hate women and I'm gonna treat them poorly, and at least now I don't know. It's some weird thing. It's a weird thing. There's a lot of influencers that are cashing in on it. But I wanted to get into what this person sent me. They sent me some messages, and they said it was an interesting conversation. I have not read these. I was explained to the story by them. This girl that sent me these messages, she was approached by a guy over, this looks like Facebook Messenger. That's a red flag already. You know, I don't know who's out here still dating. It's 2022. I know they have a dating thing, but unless you're like specifically trying to get with like with moms, with MILFs, you shouldn't be on Facebook dating. So I know she's putting herself out there. Maybe she's got to try some other apps. This guy had reached out to her 3 separate times before she ended up responding. So we got a good morning with a little smiley emoji, then a hey with 2 Y's. Neither one she responded to, by the way. Then he'd sent one more hey, no smiley face, just 2 Y's. And he said one more long ass message. So I'm not gonna say the name, or I can say the name. It's the first name. I can say the first name, right? Who cares? Says, hey, my name is Randon, but my friends call me Raphael. Favorite Ninja Turtle since I was little. I know this isn't a dating app, and this is kind of out of place, but dating apps are a bust nowadays, and it's so hard to find female. This is his words. I'm not misspeaking here. It's so hard to find female nowadays who is true and isn't only worried about making money off OnlyFans. I think you are really pretty, and you're from the same area. I'm originally from Byron, Illinois, and I moved to, I'm not going to say where this person's from, in 2014. I'm now kind of all over the place, but I work in, okay, we don't need to say that, doing building trusses at blank company. And I'm just trying to find a friendly lady to talk to and maybe go to a dinner/date with and see where it goes from there. If this isn't for you, I'm sorry, but you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, and I'd like to take a shot. Can you guys rate the the cold call message right there? Like, what is the? I know there's a lot of different approaches to slide in a DM. You know, that was pretty long-winded. That is not it was not calm and collected there. It was not very smooth with it. McKenna says 0. Yeah, I can't disagree. Okay, so her response was, I appreciate your honesty and guts to take the shot. Unfortunately, I just got out of a long-term toxic relationship, and it's too soon for me to be interested in the dating life. I'm taking time to heal right now. It's cool that you grew up in the same area, though. And she's like saying people that from where we live got to stick together. And she name dropped us, so I don't want to say that exactly. And he said, mutual, period. LMAO, we hated. Okay, and they're talking about some drama stuff from that town, them hating another adjacent town, it sounds like. We don't have to be a thing right away, period. But I would like to be there and learn about you, period. And be your friend first, period. Got a long way to go before we'd actually become a thing. And she said, I mean, if your intentions are that right away, though, then it's going to lead towards hurt feelings. I'm not looking to become anything anytime soon. We could maybe try to be friends virtually and see if it becomes a friendship, but I'm giving you a heads up as of right now from the start that I'm not interested in anything else. And he said, seems like all the females are damaged goods now, period. Not a single one wants anything to do with a guy, which leave a guy like me to be left in the dust. A guy who does have good intentions. Never said you, she responds, never said you had bad intentions, and thanks for calling me damaged goods. Maybe get mad at the guys who damage females and have a good fucking day. Does he respond again? Oh, he does. Holy shit. So they can't see that, can they? Can you see that? Okay, so there's a lot. This is his responses after.
Those are all separate.
So that was her last thing, was have a good fucking day, and then he has this entire separate messages. We'll take this one at a time. I'm not mad at you, ... But it's like I get punished because of the douchebag guys. Oh, this is so incel-y, dude. So gross. Like I don't deserve love because of some other fuck. Being rejected because of how some other guy treated you is the lowest slap to the face ever. Making me feel like I don't deserve that chance because some other dude took my chance from me. I should have read this in character. I fucked up. I should have. It's like saying, nah, she was a slut and cheated on me. You must be the same way. But these are separate messages, by the way, every time I'm pausing. But she was a slut and cheated on me, and I never brought that to you, ... Like you did. Like I don't care about your past relationships, period, because I want to give you better than that, period. But we'll never know now because you closed me off. I'll just go, period. Sorry for the bother. Sad, crying, like whatever the fuck the little sad face is there. Not the tears. It's the one without the tears. So that's a beautiful thing. I guess what I'd have to say about that is, I've never had to do online dating, so I don't know the kind of pressures that guy is feeling, but I can say without a shadow of a doubt that he has some internal conflict, as well as maybe some underlying misogynistic tendencies, to think, calls a woman damaged goods. Yeah, every nice guy calls a woman damaged goods. Exactly. It's absurd. And that's what I find a lot of these things. I'm trying to get one of my homies to do a video with me because he hasn't seen a lot of this stuff. But there is this whole sphere of like toxic red pill masculinity online. And it's like, it's really fucking hilarious to watch, except for it's kind of scary when you actually think that like they all have followings, they all have like people that actually believe what they're saying and internalize this. And it's because it's you're hearing what you want to hear, right? If you're some guy who's maybe having trouble with Ariana says put Buddy on a watch list right now. Yeah, we should. But it scares me. I guess the only part that scares me about it is like these communities online, these red pill communities, is it is telling these people who are already having bad luck with women, or maybe just aren't where they want to be at in life, whether that's financially, again, relationship wise, power wise, whatever. And then you have this guy telling you like, it's not your fault, it's their fault, they're pieces, they're damaged goods, they're shitty, they're sluts, they're whatever. Like, that's a lot easier than to like look in the mirror and be like, yeah, maybe if I got up and, just treated people with respect and maybe bettered myself in whatever ways I need to better, then those things would happen. And it's really weird when people are like out here just like, it comes from just like these people are like just sexually frustrated. I feel like they're just, again, they're incels. They're just sad and probably horny and watching weird porn that no one should watch. But that's what their lives have come to. And so now when they do a terrible, terrible pitch that's, 3 paragraphs long in the DMs, on a cold DM, no prior messages were responded to, and then this person responds back with a polite, like, hey, not interested, then they turn into fucking damaged goods, throwing that word around. And it's I don't know, it's funny. Blows my mind that that incels unironically exist. Yeah, they are really really funny. He's not in danger. He's just socially incompetent, lonely person who seems to harbor a lot of anger. We know these people are safe. Yeah, Yeah, exactly. But that's the thing. I think that when people like these red pill YouTube channels or terrible toxic masculinity promoting podcasts come up, they like embolden those people to feel as if they are in some way in danger, and I think that's where then it becomes a weird issue. And yeah, and it's like I don't know what these people need. I think they just need maybe some positive male role models to like help them not be psychos. Also maybe just yeah, get out there. Or it's I don't know. I guess I don't have good advice. Socially awkward. I mean, I've felt socially awkward when I was kind of growing up a little bit. I mean, I don't think maybe I was being hard on myself. Maybe I wasn't. But I definitely I used to really like worry about how I was presenting myself socially. I mean, obviously we got two giant fucking softboxes in here. Like, it's not like I'm not anymore. I'm still cautious and still, I set this lens up at a certain distance for certain reasons. Like, it's not like I don't care about what people think about me, but I think maybe there was a time where maybe I was super hyper focused on that. And I'm glad that, I had friends that weren't incels, because I feel like, it's a slippery slope where people just kind of get dragged in, where they're like, when you're all in the Xbox live chat and none of you've gotten any pussy in a year, then you might start throwing around some verbiage that I would recommend you not. So it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy that it exists. Pivoting on that though, I got my own DM today. My brother got the same one from the same lady, probably not a real person, but it sparked a good thought in my mind. She said, I'll pull it up right here, actually. I don't want to misquote. She says, from Hawaii, by the way, which is kind of intriguing. Hello, have you ever had a sugar mommy before? With the heart cat eye emoji, or the cat with heart eyes emoji. Now, I haven't. Short answer. I have not had a sugar mommy, but it got me thinking. Would I accept such a thing if it was on the table? Obviously, happily taken. Behind the camera sits the person that has taken me off the market. That was a weird way to say that. That was cringe. I was trying to think of a funny way to word it, but I guess it just came off bad. But you're Mike. Get yourself mic'd up then if you're gonna talk. You're the third one.
I'm embarrassed.
You should be. You should be embarrassed.
I didn't like that.
Okay. I didn't like it either. I was trying to move on,
You
but then
should take up the sugar mommy.
I should.
Yeah.
I could use the money. I definitely could use the money. Patreon's not as poppin' as I'd like it to be, and neither is the music is not quite where it needs to be yet. But I'm curious. Would you take if I was out of the picture, McKenna? Would you consider, like, if somebody, then let's say they're not repulsive, like they're just they're not super attractive, but just a normal looking older person, maybe 45, 50 years old, but they're going to take care of you. Would you do it? Would you consider it?
So, I think there's a lot of different levels to having like a sugar daddy.
So what is a level that you would take?
I would consider just texting. Like, if I just had to text this person all day and ask about their day, just kind of talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
Which people do.
People do pay. There is that.
There's people that pay for that. I would do that.
Does that make you kind of sad, though?
No.
It makes me kind of sad. Like, I feel like I'm pretty, I don't talk to a lot of people either. Sometimes I'm like, damn, I'm pretty lonely, whatever. But I'd never.
You would never pay.
I would never pay. That's what I'm saying. So, like, that's a level of loneliness that I cannot fathom. But so that's where, like, I feel immense sadness when I really, really, like, picture somebody there at that place in their life where they would pay somebody that they've never met, never seen in real life, just to respond to their text messages.
But it's also, like, probably, like, an old man who just wants to talk to, like, a young girl. It's not, like...
But why?
Just, I don't know, whatever fantasies or whatever they have in their own mind.
Yeah.
I don't think it's.
I'm just curious
I
about
don't think
it.
it's just because they're lonely. I think it's.
We should get somebody on the show that either is a sugar baby or is a sugar parent. How does I don't know.
But yeah,
It'd be interesting.
I wouldn't feel comfortable like meeting with someone.
Would you be able to send feet pics?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Of my feet? Like,
yeah.
Do they have to be of my feet?
Yeah.
Can I just Google a picture?
Well,
of
they would probably figure that
foot?
out. They'd probably figure that out.
I mean,
I could do that. I could do the feet pics.
Yeah, I could send a picture of my foot.
I could do that. Definitely. Easily could.
Yeah, I think I could do that, but that's
How much are they paying too? Like, what if you had like, again, this person, let's say this person isn't like super old, is not super, like they're not ugly. You know, I'm not saying they're good looking, but they're not ugly. What would be a price to hang out with them?
Bro.
What would be a price to hang out with them?
If you hang out in person?
Yeah. Or you just wouldn't do it?
I wouldn't.
Oh, I would if they had enough money.
Well, then they'd probably like kidnap you.
I guess that's fair.
And then you can't use the money.
I don't know. I feel like, yeah, that's a good point. Well, you meet somewhere public, like, maybe you're right. I don't know.
Well, what
like, what if they just want to take you out on a date?
You would go on a date?
I mean, how much are they paying? Are they paying college tuition? They're gonna, dude, actually, never mind. If they fill up my gas tank, I will fucking go, bro. This shit is getting ridiculous out here. I could definitely go out on a date. Fill up my gas. I never saw the sugar daddy / mommy thing as a sad thing. It's not like people don't pay for sex already. This is just like a long-term deal. Yeah, that's fair. I guess, yeah. That's one way of looking at it. It's not, I don't know that it's, I guess the way I picture it, maybe I'm just like looking at it in a very, very sad way. But there's a difference between like, so if someone just like pays for a sex worker to have sex with them one time, you know, like that's like just like they could still have friends or have other things like whatever, like going on, you know. I feel like, and not to say that maybe someone that's paying for a sugar baby doesn't.
And I also feel like, so I have seen a lot of TikToks with like sugar daddy, sugar mommy things.
Yeah.
And I feel like they also just enjoy like the idea of being like a sugar daddy. Like they like spoiling someone. They like
yeah.
Like they like the whole idea of it.
We were talking about that last week about the joy of giving.
Yeah.
Of giving gifts is better than receiving. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's actually a beautiful thing. And I was totally off in my assessment. Maybe it's actually the purest form of love and intimacy is becoming a sugar parent. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I would never, like, if I knew somebody that was, like, I would be so, I would be hyped for them. They're like, oh, you just gotta like send some feet pics, or you gotta, whatever. Even if they had to sleep with them, like if they were fine with it, and the other person's paying them, like, hey, bro, I mean, I'm out here fucking working for stocking shelves for $15 an hour. If you just gotta text somebody back, 8 to 20 times in a day, like, that's pretty fucking good. You're getting paid probably more than me. So I can't really judge that, especially from the receiver's end. I have no judgment at all. I guess I just kind of go back and forth on the being a sugar
Whiskey
parent.
Man says that you should do it for a video for a week.
Idea for a video: spend a week as a sugar baby. Are you down? Are you down?
Me?
Are you okay with me doing?
Oh, I don't care.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I'll do it. Where do I go? I gotta find
wait, okay. Actually, like, what levels are we?
Well, I'm not gonna fuck some old lady.
Okay, I would hope so.
Yeah.
Like, are you meeting up with this lady?
I don't know. We have to decide
We'd have to talk
what's
about
gonna
this.
make. Yeah, we'd have to talk about that. Figure out what, because we got to balance between like what's gonna make the best video, and what's also gonna like not get me dumped. So.
Or like kidnapped.
Or kidnapped, yeah. I mean, we could roll. Well, I got to roll with a videographer. Someone got to film.
I guess.
And we can blur their face out if they're uncomfortable with it. But that'd be a good social experiment. That could be the video that takes the channel to the next level, guys. Whiskey Man, shout out you. Great idea right there. That is some wholesome content, especially we get to really see the love that goes into being a sugar parent and a sugar baby. No, that's awesome. Yeah, you'll have to do that. Yeah, that's all I've got for today's show, guys. I don't want to hold you guys up all day, all night on Memorial Day. I'll let you guys enjoy. I sound like a teacher, like letting people out for school. Like you guys you're on some weird shit like that. But no, I don't want to take up your guys' whole day. Guest canceled. I still had a lot of fun getting to shoot the shit with McKenna and you guys in real time. Also, I want to say thank you to everybody that did stop by tonight. Also, thank you to those that tune in days after, whether you're listening here on YouTube or over on Spotify. Thank you. Also want to say a quick shout out to our patrons. They should be up on the screen right now. If you're interested in getting access to exclusive behind the scenes content, to all the hooping videos, music videos, and extra vlog footage, it's all over on patreon.com/Darren Rita, as well as a series where I break down how I make, record, mix, master every single one of my songs. And there, if you guys didn't catch earlier, I did do my announcement for my album over there first, and I actually will be previewing some music over there as well before it comes out. So if you're interested, you can go to patreon.com/Darren Rita and join for as little as $1. It really helps support the channel. Now, aside from that, I want to say thank you to Kenosha Auto Insurance for sponsoring this episode. And all the pooping videos. And I will see you guys next week. This has been the 152nd episode of the dtalks podcast. Peace.